Banked by the Ohio River and the city's abundance of hills. We're at Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Ball teed up. Austin Seibert out for the kick. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
Special teams always play an important role in ball games, and it does right here from the jump. That's going to give the offense terrific field position for this opening drive.
On 2.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Right to the air, Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Caught out left. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Tackled there by Jerome Baker.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Here we go, here we go. 11 mighty.
Burrow out of the shotgun. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals. To throw again, it's Burrow. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Forced out to his right. He just throws this one away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely throwing it away.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
On 3rd and goal, here's Burrow. He's on the move. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Bengals finish up an excellent opening series. Joe Burrow with the touchdown. One after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect. And all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Oh, the football's loose. And now the Bengals have it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. While the new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. They'll throw on 3rd and long. It's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, we chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. 65 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Bengals football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a give. It's Brown headed right. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Burrow from the gun. That one complete to Njoku. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch. And you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Completed over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
11, Thomas. 11.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow escapes the pocket. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
11, MT, tape. 11, MT, tape.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. He's got it at the 5. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Gun. Stop.
He finds him right side. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. It's a 2-score game early. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter, and it's Titans football. They've got 2nd and 7 to start. Hand off to the back. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tackle made by Miles Murphy.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Back-to-back carries here. And this one does not go far. It's only 2 on the pickup, and they remain 2 yards shy as it brings up 4. Ryan Stonehouse back out there again to punt it away. Direct snap to the up man. He's going to push for it. And they get to him just in time. Another step or 2, and that fake would have moved the chains. And the fake punt is not going to keep things going, Brock. He winds up short. They're going to turn this football over on downs. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Here we go. 11.
1st down, Burrow to throw. He puts some juice on it deep. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Marquise Bell making the play. And the Titans are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the 16. off for big yards on the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 27 on the play. And that'll be a Tennessee first down. Plowing up the middle. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Flush down to his left. That's good for 7 yards. And the Titans will have a first down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they'll hold him up after a short carry to the 44. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. He finds Tigakonkwo for the grab. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be a Tennessee first down. Give now to the running back. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Sending a receiver left. Has the connection to Ridley. And he'll get them enough for a first down. We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. It's the Titans, who have 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Caught near the goal line. And that's a Tennessee touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Has this at the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. They'll take over at the 39-yard line. Nice return there. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. The first carry now for Kyron Williams. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the 43. Got a man. It's Njoku. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. Still able to get that first down.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Finds his man Chase. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Here's a nickel look by the Titans. 3rd down. Burrow. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
Butker knocks it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. 1st and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. Throwing it to start this drive. Has it downfield working the left. The Titans make it a 1-score game before halftime. Seibert now to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Titans cut it to a field goal game.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Looking to throw. Escapes out to the left. He's out in the clear. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. on the handoff.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 13. Okonkwo brings it in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Now there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Has his man. It's Ridley. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Back to the well again. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Brought down by the veteran Carlton Davis.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
And he's able to get this down to the 36. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
1st down, ball at the 36. This time it's a passing play. Pass caught by Ridley. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Titans will have a 1st down. Tight end going in motion here. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to rip off a chunk of red zone yardage to the 10. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
They give it to him again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Another carry for him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Quick pass left side. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Pass play on 1st and goal. Pass it down close. Touchdown, Tennessee. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
11, 11, 11, 11.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Burrow out of the shotgun. This one taken in by Chase. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. On 1st down, here's Burrow. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kyle Tucker makes the play. And the Titans will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers. Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Here comes the Titans punting unit. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. He broke 50 on his 1st punt and looks to have done the same here. And they'll be backed up to begin this drive. Great work by the punt team, downing it at the 7. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Burrow throwing again on 2nd and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here. On 3rd down, here's Burrow. On the move, headed right. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Throw is caught by the back. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Got his target, it's Higgins. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go.
11 MT tank. 11 MT tank.
From the 31. And that one's going to hit the turf.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. To throw again, it's Burrow. Launches one deep downfield. That's grabbed inside the 30. They get 40 on the big hitter. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
I try to remind you a time or two, kid, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Brown again. And they take him down, but he's able to get this inside the red zone. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's third and less than a yard. Running for the marker with Williams. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. What a clutch play late. He intercepts it. Kyle Decker makes the play. At the 20. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
After the pick, here's Burrow again. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked up by Chidobe Awuzie.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
They've got first down from the 31. Right up the gut. And this is down across the 30 before it stopped. Give him 4 yards as we have hit our 2-minute warning. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. That one gains 7. And that'll be a Tennessee first down. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. First down, and they go right back to him. And the defense follows him all the way and shoves him out of bounds. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Well, one defender failed. Well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Hits him on the out route. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them can throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
So it's a win on the road for the Titans. And it's not quite a full game shutout, Brock, but keeping that other side off the board in the second half, that sure went a long way towards securing them this win. Made things a lot easier for everyone else to operate in the closing stages of the game. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Titans are your winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.